Alright, good evening everyone. I wanted to take some time to review the tires that come with my car, 2016 Focus ST, and they are the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 2s. I've had this car for almost 12,000 miles now. These tires are what came with the car and what I still have on it, so I thought I would do a review just like I did with my Civic in the past. So here is after 12,000 miles what the tire looks like, and they still look very healthy, the tread wear. Now this is an ultra performance tire, so that means these in no way should be used in cold weather. If you live in a place where it's possible to snow in the winter months, you probably shouldn't be running these tires. I'd say maybe somewhere like North Carolina, South Carolina, where it could possibly snow, you'd probably be okay, but anywhere north of there, or on the west coast, if you're in like Seattle, Oregon area, probably shouldn't have these in the winter months, but you know, not everyone can afford to get a couple sets of tires. So let's get into the performance. These tires come with a resin, kind of like a multi-compound resin from like race car tires, like track slicks. So they're great for high heat performance handling. And another thing to note that is important is these tires have a quiet ride too. They don't, they're not extremely aggressive, but they grip just the way I would want to. Some performance cars put not as good tires on to have a better, more quality ride. For example, the Civic Si, I had that in 2011 is what I bought, and it had Michelin Pilot something, just like a Grand Touring all-season tire. Good tire, but not a good performance tire. From that tire, I went to a Hankook Ventus V12 Evo 2, which is another good tire for the money. So something to note here is these tires not only ride well, but they perform well and are very quiet. So I think when it comes to getting a new tire for my, when these need to be replaced, I'm probably going to stick with the same ones just because they've been great. I don't see a reason to change or hurt the ride quality. But another good tire that you could get is the Ventus V12 Evo 2. If you check out, you have to dig a little bit in my videos, but I do review those after 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 miles, and I've gone through 2 sets of those on my old car. So I have a lot of experience with those. I have a decent amount of experience with these, 12,000 miles, so I think they're great. I don't see a reason for me to change moving forward, because I really don't want anything more aggressive. I like how they ride in the on long trips, and I think they're quiet. And also when I'm doing spirited driving, they've also done everything I want them to. Having all the power going through the front wheels, there's not a lot. I mean, I could get an aggressive tire that would help with some wheel slip, but I just think this is a really good balance in tires. So that's my review. Ask any questions you have on them. They are kind of expensive if you compare them to like the Hankook tire, but I would say that it's worth it if you're looking for a tire that is going to perform and it's going to look nice. They also look great on the car, and it's also going to have a nice ride quality. That's what you're looking for right there, that tire. So please ask any questions you have in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to you. Also, there's plenty more videos to come. I'm getting the Ford Performance exhaust installed. I'm getting the rear motor mount installed, and I already did upgraded the intake filter and the intake induction tube. So doing some minor upgrades, but I think the exhaust is going to be really exciting, because that's one thing that this car needs. Well, it doesn't need it. It's subjective, but it's just very quiet. I think this actually looks pretty good, but it's just quiet. So I went with the Ford Performance exhaust, and the nice thing is Ford's going to install it, and it's going to be covered under a 3-year warranty. It's going to cost me, it costs the tech $69 an hour, so it's going to cost me $195 to get the exhaust installed. And you might be saying, oh, why don't you do it yourself, all this stuff. Well, the problem is I have no tools, I have nothing. to do that. So I'm just going to get it done at Ford, then it's covered under warranty. They said I'd be able to film it and do whatever I want, so that brings a lot of value to you guys. They said they do some extra welds to really hold it in there, so that way I can transfer all that information to you guys that do have the tools to put it together, and then you can install your exhaust perfectly, just like they do at Ford. Or if you're like me, you don't have any tools, you can just pay them to do it, and you'll know exactly what they should be charging you. So appreciate all the support I'm getting. The road to 2,000 is closing in, almost 2,000 subscribers. We're gonna catch TJ Hunt. We're gonna do it. Don't doubt me. But thanks for watching. Feel free to comment below, ask any questions you have, and I will get back to you. See you soon.